What's up, Pirates? Ray Talks here with Awaken TCG, and today we have a banger video for you guys. So as you know, over this past weekend, there was a lot of online regional tournaments, and then we're going to be reacting to a finals of one in particular, the Top Cuts 1000 player One Piece online regional. We have it already set up on the screen here. It was a Newgate versus Zoro, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So the Zoro ended up going first, and so he is going to rest one Dawn, of course. Search with Buggy. So Buggy's a great target to start off with. You know, he's easier to get to that 6K mark to do a swing. Oh, that is not how you want to start it. That Zoro just whiffed his first search. That might set the tone for the game. I'm not sure who ended up winning. This is my first time watching it. I kind of wanted to wait and react to it. Wow, that Zoro camera is definitely not the best quality. So the Newgate goes and passes on his first turn. Now we're back at the Zoro for turn 2, which means he's at 3 Dawn. So he has 1 on Zoro. It's looking like he's going to swing 6 for sure to try to get a card out of the Newgate's hand. And then he's going to play a Makino, swinging 7K with his Buggy. I personally think that's a little questionable. It makes sense, right? Like, oh, the Whitebeard didn't establish any body. That way he can only kill 1 unit on his next turn. That means he can't swing for life. He can't swing for game. So he blocks out 1 hit and then takes 1 hit. I think that's the right option there for sure. So now the Newgate is going to swing on his second turn. He's going to swing 6 at life. So he's swinging 6 at life, getting that Zoro down to 4 life. And then he goes and plays a Luffy, 4-drop vanilla, nothing special, 4-drop, 6,000 power with 1k counter. And then now it is back onto the Zoro. He is going for his third turn at 5 Dawn. He has options here. Does he want to play more searchers and develop a wider board? Does he want to, drop a Marco for 5 and establish, a strong body? So it looks like he's going to do a little bit more pressure. At this point, I think you have to. He's in a Makino again. Swing 7 with the Buggy. Gives him another 2k. So he throws out another Sanji, and then he's going to swing another 6. The Whitebeard here is debating on if he wants to counter out the second hit, knowing he has already given him 2 cards. Sometimes you have to keep track on how many cards you want to have for defense at the end. And so, yeah, of course, he just takes that one, doesn't want to give him another card. And then the Zoro just jet pistols the Luffy. So nothing crazy here. All the lines seem very standard. It's still pretty early on. Turn 3 now for the Whitebeard. Looking good for the Zoro, despite whiffing that first turn. Looking pretty good for the Zoro. But it's Whitebeard at the end of the day. It can change instantly. So Whitebeard attaches 1, goes 7 at the Zoro, putting him at 3 life, I believe. I can't see. He plays a Luffy and hits the Zoro for another 6k. Oh, he swings the 6k at the Makino. Okay. Yeah, get the guaranteed Makino off the board. That way you don't have to deal with another Buggy 7k swing, which would be crucial. And so the Whitebeard here isn't in a bad spot. I think he's going to 8 Dawn next turn. And he has a 1 life cushion right here. So the only issue is he might want to block out for the Luffy. He wants to keep that. He could always just let it go depending what his hand is. But if not, he's going to have to cough up some cards here, most likely. Oh, yeah, unless the Zoro's going for game here. Which I don't believe is the right play if he's doing that. We're going to have to wait and see here. Because the Newgate is going to turn 4, which means 8 Dawn. And so he blocks out 3k. So 7, 8. Okay, so I think he swung 8 at the Luffy, I believe. And not life. Or maybe he swung at life to try to threaten the game this turn. That way he can't establish, a lot of bodies next turn. And so now he goes 6 at life, and now he takes it. Just finished giving him 2 cards. So he's going to go and swing another 6 at... I imagine this one's the Luffy. I guess it doesn't matter regardless. The Nugate's blocking out. Yeah, 1k. So the Zoro is at 1 Dawn up as he's going to pass his turn here. Not too sure how many cards in hand, as the Zoro camera is... that webcam quality isn't the best. But I believe he's at 3 life. 3 life and a couple of cards. I think the Whitebeard at this point has to set up for a lethal turn, and hope that he can survive an extra turn with his hand. But we're about to find out. See what he goes for. This matchup is very volatile. That Luffy is definitely helping out. I think if the Nugate would have had on the turn where he swung 7, dropped the Luffy. I think if he had a Marco in hand, a Marco would have been, so beneficial. That would have been a free clear on the Makino or a free clear on the Buggy. So he's swinging 6, debating on where he wants to swing. Or the Zoro player here is thinking if he wants to block out or not. I'd imagine he's swinging at leader here for 6k. Because if he was swinging at the Makino, the Makino would just die instantly. There's no reason for the Zoro to save the Makino. So I believe he is swinging at life here. I think the interesting part about this matchup is if the Zoro has the answers, it's kind of hard for Whitebeard to actually win, right? Like the Whitebeard can play a turn where like you block her up, set up lethal, but then the Zoro just fire fists your blocker and then he just goes for game, right? There's a lot of varying plays in this matchup that can determine who wins. I'm trying to figure out how many cards the Zoro actually has in his hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like around 4. It's so hard to tell with that webcam quality. I think it's 4. I believe it's 4. But we're going to wait and see here. He's debating on something. Oh, he swung at the Zoro. Okay, so he just lets the Zoro go on a 6k swing. I know the Nugate is happy about that. Definitely doesn't have to worry about blocking that attack next turn. And that's interesting to see because if I feel like the Whitebeard's already at 0 life, maybe you block out that attack, because as you can see, the Zoro has the Whitebeard has his Dawn like placed, like he knows where he's gonna use it. And if he's swinging a raw 6, I doubt that he's gonna put any Dawn onto the Luffy. So maybe the Zoro wanted to just save the Zoro there. Unless you don't have a 2k, then it's kind of hard to give 2 cards up. So if that was the situation, then yeah, I understand. Fast forward a bit. Okay, so the Whitebeard goes with a Jozu. So he summons a Jozu, gives it a Dawn for rush. Now he's swinging 5k. Yeah, I think this is definitely setting up a lethal turn. Okay, never mind. He's going for the Buggy. So he's clearing out just so he doesn't have to. And obviously that 6k is going to leader. You don't need to kill the Makino there. So far it's pretty interesting. Okay, so now the Zoro is at 2 life. 2 life, and the Nugate goes double chopper blocker and passes with the Dawn up. See, that is one of the benefits of Strawbeard. With Strawbeard, you can really use up a lot of Dawn for a lot in one turn because of the choppers being 1-drops, right? So, regular Whitebeard pirate Whitebeard deck will run the Fossa blockers, but dropping 2 Fossa blockers is 4 Dawn, leaving you with 6, which really feels bad. You can't really play a unit, and on top of that, hold on to Dawn for resources such as events. You want to have your counter events, and so being able to just drop a double chopper blocker getting a Jozu swing on top of all that and still have one Don up just in case you need it for an event is pretty massive. I feel like that's a big advantage that the Strawbeard package does have. And so there's the Fire Fist I was talking about. Both of his chopper blockers just got Fire Fisted. And then, yeah, I mean, if the Zoro had double Fiery Doll, this would be a go for gameplay. I don't know if one goes through, though. The Whitebeard has a lot in hand. He should probably been asking. So he goes to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And it looks like the Zoro just swung 14. I don't know about that lethal turn there. Yeah, he kind of left himself open with just the cards he has in his hand. Maybe if he had an event or something, you know, you leave one Don up. You go for game, leave one Don up to be defensive, but that feels kind of bad. So he gives him a counter card. He's going to swing 7 with Luffy. So it looks like he has 3 cards in hand. He's probably going to take this 7 here. If he were to have, I think if he blocks here, I think he wins. The Whitebeard has 2 cards in hand. Yeah, so he takes. So the Whitebeard probably has ace. Probably has an ace in hand, and he's just gonna go for a game. Wow, this is coming down to the wire. So he's swinging at another 7. And the Zoro's probably gonna take here. Can't block with 4 cards, I believe, in hand. Oh, this is brutal. Yeah, so he has 4 in hand. He takes, and he has an ace, and he's gonna swing 7. Does he have it? Oh, he doesn't. No, he has a Marco and I think another 1K, and then a Buggy brick, a Fire Fist brick. Wow. So the Newgate ends up taking it. That was an intense match. Kind of hard to watch because of the Zoro camera, but regardless, I hope you guys can tell what kind of was going on. I was kind of, you know, talking you guys through it, but that is insane. 1,000 player online regional for this was Top Cut events. Another Whitebeard wins. Whitebeard is still on the top of the tier list. 6 cards in life, 6,000 power. It's just way too much to overcome. Not much you can do about that. And, you know, if you play properly, you can always come out on top. Definitely a well-deserved win there for the Newgate player. And that was an interesting matchup. Very high level. You know, this is some of the highest level gameplay you will see. So these are the type of games you want to, you know, look over, dissect, and learn from. If you're a Zoro player or if you're a Newgate player, these are the type of videos you want to be watching to get better competitively and to help you out. But with that being said, I want to give a shout out to Eggman. He's the one that streamed this whole event. So shout out to him for always putting on a show. Shout out to him because he does an amazing job every time showing off all these events on his website, on the Eggman Events website, which I will link down below, and his Twitch. So shout out to him. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure to like this video, comment down below some more ideas on content. I know the video that we just released yesterday, I said the same thing. Give me some more ideas. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to our channel. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and we're going to be holding a huge giveaway for you guys. So we appreciate you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.